Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. I'm happy to have you all. We're going to read your tarot cards here today. So please come into the reading with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to learn something, maybe better yourself. Please only take away what resonates for you and release the rest. And do trust your own intuition above all else, because you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Let's go ahead and set the intention to get my Pisces gang, my lovely Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's get them some clear, helpful, and insightful messages wherever they are currently at on their spiritual path. Let's help guide them. All right, let's do it for Pisces. So what's coming up in the past and how is it informing the reading? What's coming up in the past for Pisces, this guy, and how is it impacting them presently? So some sort of major crossroads, possibly to do with uprooting yourself. It might literally have to do with long distance travel, or it's just the idea of spreading your wings and flying. It's like going, venturing off or wanting to go in a different direction that would probably require you getting out of your comfort zone and taking some sort of leap of faith or risk. And then you have the Six of Earth, so the Six of Pentacles. So taking a leap of faith into some sort of partnership or relationship. And I love this card because it's such a beautiful depiction of like the card of reciprocity, which is the Six of Earth, the Six of Pentacles. It's like they're quite literally at the same level, right? Like they're on the same level, like they're doing equal amounts of work. They're facing each other, like they're invested, they're in it. They meet eye to eye and like they complete each other in a way. And I mean, I don't love using that phrase completing one another. I mean, we're whole in and of ourselves, but in any team dynamic, it's like, I do sort of like symbolically when you're in a really strong partnership where the areas where sometimes you may feel you lack or where you have an opportunity to grow and learn, it's really nice when you match up with someone where maybe that's their strong suit. Maybe they excel at that thing and they can offer you some sort of mentorship, you know? And I even mean that in romance. It's like meeting someone who it's like you're different or what's a good word for it? It's like making up where the other person lacks. And it's not to say that something is more of a strength than another. It's just like, yeah, it's like pieces of a puzzle that fit well together where when you look back, you're like, damn, that's nice. And it's not so much like oh, well, I don't have to learn this because my partner does it for me. I really do look at it in terms of what can I learn from this? What can I get out of this? How am I going to grow and evolve in this relationship? And how is it strengthened? How is my life strengthened by being with this other person? Because it's illuminating and showing me things about myself that can evolve and grow and change. I love that. Mwah. Chef's kiss. This feels really good. Now there could be some sort of work dynamic that's going to require more travel from you, and you may be feeling either insecure or just on the fence in general about either wanting it or feeling like you're going to be able to do it. I do see travel plans in your recent past being a topic of conversation, if not actually taking movements and strides to either like plan it or move forward with it. This message has come up for you several times, Pisces. You may meet someone while traveling, or you may be traveling to forge and foster, nurture a strong business connection with a future boss, with a future client. If your business is expanding, it may have far-reaching territories. You may be looking at different branches or properties or something like that. For some of you, this has to do with more like online stuff. So like if you're an entrepreneur or whatever, it's like you're getting a lot of hits and traffic to your website, that kind of thing. You're expanding. And there's a partnership that must be seen and acknowledged here, the Six of Earth. This is doing what you love and sharing your gifts with the world. You know, when you shine your light, you get rewarded for that. I see like just this lovely compatibility. It doesn't have to be just one person in your life, but it feels like there's an ease and a flow to how you guys communicate and work together. There's an intuitive, I'm hearing the word intrinsic, but it's almost like a psychic, like you can kind of read each other's minds or anticipate what they're wanting to do next. And so you can kind of not get ahead per se, but it's like it feels very moon energy, like instinctually, you know how to nurture this bond and this connection. And whatever it is that you're creating together, you're able to read the other person, and without even having to ask, you kind of know what they're thinking or what they're wanting or desiring because it's so similar to you. So what is supporting Pisces at this time? What is supporting Pisces? What is helping them? What is a gift or blessing that is immediately available, something they can take advantage of? So the Knight of Earth, the Page of Pentacles. So possibly an increase in money in the pipeline, a good income or money flow type energy. It's Virgo energy though. So I mean, it is ultimately a card of going out into the world and being of service, doing something where you're in service of something greater. But it does very much align to some sort of talent or skill that you have, and incorporating that into your daily life because it feels like it makes you happy. It's grounding for you. It's like healthy for you to participate in this. And it also has a positive income on how you view yourself and how you show up in the world, how you establish yourself. And I mean, again, the idea of just it impacts your bank account in a positive way for some of you. For some of you, it's like it's something about, I'm hearing the word freedom and ride. Those two words are being combined together, like a freedom ride. I don't even know what that means, but it probably has to do with this Two of Fire for some of you who are anticipating travel in your future. The generosity of fire. So that is the Queen of Fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Yeah, there's like the fun, wacky energy. I'm hearing like giddy up. Some of you, this could have to do with a connection that you're very passionate about or some sort of creative collaboration. Again, this is again the person who's coming through as you guys have a very strong psychic connection with each other. But there's also something very fun, very playful, very enjoyable about your connection, but also how this person makes you feel about yourself. It doesn't feel codependent, but it does feel like I'm very excited to be in their energy because it brings out the best in me. I love that. So this is a person coming through and what helps and supports you. I also think this person encourages you to do things that are fun and silly and maybe things that you feel guilty taking time off to do because it's about, for you, it might be just resting and relaxing or doing something that you see as, but it's, it's not responsible or it's not as important or whatever. This person's like, but if it makes you happy and no one's getting hurt in the process, like do it. You have someone who is helping to inspire you. It's like this is a person who helps stoke your fire. They add logs to the fire to keep you bright and burning on days where you might be feeling not like that, on days where you might be questioning things, questioning yourself, your path, your self-worth, feeling a sense of lack or I don't know, shame, guilt, any of those things. This person kind of comes into your life almost as a guardian angel because they serve as your cheerleader. And I suppose for some of you, it could be a family member too, right? You may have a really strong support system in family right now. And that won't be for everyone, but that's for some of you. Some of you have a fire sign child who I'm hearing like they are nothing like me. Like I was not like that when I was their age, but I'm so proud of them. Like they have such a unique voice in the world. And like, I'm just hearing like you Pisces, for those who have children, there's something about just like, you're in awe of your child and just what they've accomplished or who they've become or just, how they operate, how they carry themselves in the world, whether they're 3 years old or 30 years old. There's just something about a very strong sense of pride of just like, wow, like how did this thing come out of me and become this? Because like, it's almost like you look up to them and you admire them. I don't know if they just have this unshakable faith or confidence or just they're just super, I don't know, whatever, fill in the blank qualities that you really admire in other people. You see that in your child and the universe. It's like I'm almost getting the idea of your spirit guides laughing because you're saying like, I'm so in awe of my child, like I'm nothing like that and I'm just so proud of who they've become. The universe is like, you did that, you had a part in that, Pisces. Like credit where credit's due. You raised this child to be strong and like they are, in many ways a reflection of you. And so maybe it's not always things you felt comfortable expressing outwardly, but they were internalized qualities that it was like quite literally birthed through your child. And it's just like, give yourself some credit for that. That's like a really cute message. I love that. So, and again, not for everyone. Feel free to inverse it too. Maybe you're the child and looking to your parent. I don't know, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. That wasn't for everyone. That was just random. I feel like there was one other thing I was going to say, but it's gone, so I'm going to assume it wasn't as important. Maybe it'll come back to me. So what are the qualities that Pisces may need right now? What are qualities that Pisces may need? Advice on how to grow if they're dealing with a situation and need some advice. What's going to help them? The 10 of Cups. What is your fairy tale ending? And what are you doing to move towards that? And we have to remember the fairy tale ending here, it's a feeling. So it's really important not to focus on like, not just what it looks like, not just like the material, you know, I'm going to have a mansion and a really cool sports car and, you know, a whatever paying job. Like this is but how would it feel to have that? What are the feelings associated with that fairy tale ending? And what are we doing to move towards it? I'm almost wanting to say, what are we doing to swim towards it? Not just because it's a Pisces reading, which is appropriate, but also because it's water energy. So it's like we have to be in the flow. We have to match that energetic vibration of, you know, what we're capable of receiving, if that makes sense to some of you. It's like we have to check in with ourselves and make sure that we're in a place where we know that we're deserving of the absolute best possible scenario or ending or whatever it is. I mean, there are no endings, right? It's just one cycle after the next. But yeah, it's like the qualities you need to embrace are leaning into what feels good and leaning into what makes you happy. And again, that circles back to this message of being amongst a person who really does truly live their life by that compass. If it doesn't make me happy, I'm not going to do it. And so this person, they are probably in a job that they love, right? Because, you know, if we're in a job where like, I hate it, but I'm still going, well, we're not in that energetic vibration of it makes me happy and I love it, so that's why I'm doing it. Like, you have like I was going to say a yes person, but that's not really what I mean. You're dealing with a person here who is rubbing off on you. Make no mistake about it. Like you have energetically attracted this person into your life. But you're dealing with a person who is like, I'm hearing hope springs eternal. I don't know if that's the correct expression, but a really enthusiastic, optimistic, the world is my oyster, anything is possible energy. It feels very Jupiterian, which is a planet that it also rules you in addition to Sagittarius. In fact, you might be dealing with a Sagittarius here. I could totally see that with kind of like the fiery, even like Virgo influence. Every now and then I think Virgo and Sagittarius are like I get the intertwinings there, even though they are signs that aren't always compatible. Like, I don't know, every now and then something about that makes sense to me. And I don't know why I'm expressing that to you, Pisces, but maybe you're dealing with someone who has strong Virgo Sagittarius in their chart. It's possible. It's possible. Also, things you're being asked to embrace, qualities you need, good times with family, good times with friends, your energetic soul tribe, you know, whether that's blood relatives, friends, or I don't know, I'm wanting even to say complete strangers. It's about, you know, those simple exchanges in the coffee shop or at the laundromat where you just like, there's a really lovely exchange of energy. You're not giving anything other than just your time, your attention, your kindness. Like that's enough. And it's like, I'm hearing the word like it's collecting in a jar. It's like it's a drop in the bucket where it's like your cup runneth over. You have so much loving energy to give. And it like it's I'm hearing it's evergreen. It keeps restoring, it keeps flowing. This is getting a little bit heady. I understand that. But anyway, spend time with the people who make you feel amazing about yourself. For some of you, the very strong bond with a sister or a feminine energy, multiple feminine people in your life. Something about a starfish. I don't know if that's a pin they wear or something, a logo, a starfish. That could even be a nickname. That makes me think of Charlie's Angels, Tom Green. I think he calls Drew oh my God, he calls Drew Barrymore the starfish, right? And she's a Pisces. Boom, done. I don't know what that means for you, Pisces, but it came through for a reason. That was channeled for a reason. All right, moving on. What is known? What do we need to be reminded of the scenario? What is the facts, the absolute reality? If we need to operate under some sort of understanding about what's going on, what would that be? What is known about the scenario for Pisces? The Five of Fire. All right. I'm hearing meet me in the middle. There's a song, will you meet me in the middle? Is that, I don't even know what that is. I'm hearing a lyric, will you meet me in the middle? There's also something very, like, this looks like a lightsaber to me. I think this Five of Fire doesn't have to do with conflicts or fighting or drama. I think it's sassy drama. I think it's, it's Leo energy. So it's like being a little bit cheeky, being a little bit sassy, being competitive in a friendly way. For some of you, that might make sense, especially in terms of a business partnership. But honestly, this feels playful. Leo is the sign most associated with fifth house activities. That's our hobbies, our sports, our joy, our creativity, what we do for pleasure. That's what this is. This is like going out and doing what makes you happy. And it's like getting your fire back, whatever lights your fire. I know that's a weird way of putting it, but especially for a water sign. I think that's important. I've been saying that on my channel a lot lately. It's just a message that wants to be heard by all the signs. It's like the watery stuff in our chart. Like water always finds its way down, right? If we pour water into the earth, it's going to go down, down, down. It's deep, it's soulful, it's restorative, it's healing. But when we're in that down, 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 at what point does that, energetically in our bodies turn to depression or sinking feelings or not feeling like we can rise to the occasion? At what point does that water become what weighs us down? So that's why it's important for the opposite, fire, which wants to rise, 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 right? It's smoke. It goes up in the sky. It needs that oxygen. Fire doesn't go down, it goes up. So there is like a very interesting combination of fiery water energy here. And that's what I mean. It's like you guys are different, but you both bring so much to the table, and you're able to learn from each other's in areas where you may feel lack, or you may feel insecure, or you just may feel naive, uninformed. And I think this is a beautiful collaboration. In any sense. It doesn't have to be romantic. For some of you it is. And I'm going to say this too, for you Pisces, this idea may resonate for you in multiple areas of your life right now. I think there's really strong bonds and friendships being formed. I think ultimately what this is saying, what is known, what is the reality, we have to make time for play. We have to make time for pleasure and enjoyment. That is an absolute must. I think you almost need to put it on your list of daily chores, so to say, the same way you would, drink lots of water, be hydrated, make sure you're eating healthy, make sure, it's like making even just 5 minutes for play or creativity, though I would argue I think it should be more than that. Even if it's not daily, if it's every other day, if it's weekly, it's whatever time you can invest in that, it is only going to help you, so make it a priority. And where did you get lost in the shuffle where you started thinking that you had to close yourself off from joy, or that you weren't deserving, or that only good things come to you when you're, blood, sweat, and tears, breaking your back to put energy into your job that you don't even like? I almost think some of you, it's like you were misdirected or misguided for maybe a chapter, maybe a season, maybe it was a few weeks, maybe it was a few months. This is getting fun back into your life. This is getting playful. Some of you, it's like I'm seeing you shopping and putting on some sort of outfit, and you're just like, I feel alive in this. Like, this is something I would never wear, but like, this is the new me. Like, this is who I embrace. And for a lot of you, it has to do with embracing your body too, or embracing a new lifestyle. It's like dress for the life you want. So some of you, metaphorically, this is not true for everyone, but it's like you're almost dressing as like the little secretary, and you're working at a job that isn't even that, but it's almost like you were told, like, well, you have to dress professional, and you have to do this, and you have to wear these color socks with that, like I don't know. There's some sort of epiphany of like, am I even having fun doing this? Is it practical? Yes, with the Knight of Earth. I think we need to ask that, but we have to remember it's being mixed with the Queen of Fire, which is passion and enthusiasm and fun and playfulness. It's work hard, play hard. And I don't even really like that term, because it doesn't have to be hard. That's what we're learning here. It should be enjoyable. It should be fulfilling. If we're moving forward with this idea of I have love to share, and I'm going to move forward in service of that, whatever I choose to do with my life, that's how you want to do it. I swear to you guys, there's something symbolic about Star Wars. I'm hearing the word Death Star, Yoda. I don't know. Like that could, I don't know, clothing. I don't know what that is. It's like some significant moment that maybe you guys went on a first date and you saw Star Wars. I don't know. There's something about lightsabers and Star Wars, and I don't know. I am your father. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you there, but if it's your message, just take it and run with it. Whatever. I'm not gonna linger on it. All right. What is unknown? What is hidden? What's going on in the shadows? You're like, basically, if you're done with this tarot reading, you're like, I gotta go. Have fun. That's the message here. That's your message here, Pisces. You need to have more fun. Incorporate more fun in your life, and feed the connections that make you feel like $1 million. Because I'm telling you, you have a lot of people right now that are like, I really like Pisces. So mirror that back. Show them that you like them, and call them up and be like, let's hang out. Let's do something. That's your message. That's your message. You have a really good message this week. What is unknown? What is hidden? Okay. Oh my God. Children, pregnancy. Do you know when I said I am your father, I was like, oh, is that like a thing? Yeah. Some of you children, the topic of children already came up earlier. This again is coming up. The curiosity of air is the page of I'm sorry, the Page of Swords, air swords, that's what it is in this deck. Some of you, there's like a Taurus baby or a Gemini baby or an air sign of any kind, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that is playing a larger role in your life than you think. For some of you, it's your own child. For some of you, that you may find out that you're pregnant if you're trying to conceive. Others of you, you may find out that random night actually led to pregnancy. And like, here's the thing though, it has positive energy all around it. So whether it's expected or unexpected, most of you are going to be very pleased, and like it might be a happy surprise is what I'm saying. Others of you, this could be a niece, this could be a nephew, this could be your best friend's child that you are, asked to babysit or pick up from school that one day. And like there's a very strong connection to children and about embracing your inner child and what you love, what you loved as a child, what you like to do, whether that was singing or dancing or playing or pretending to be a superhero or having lightsaber battles or whatever it is. The universe is like, do more of that. You can do the adult version of it. Maybe you're not doing Crayola crayons. Maybe you're like a skilled artist using, I don't know, some sort of like, fancy chalk, fill in whatever artists use. I don't really know. But maybe it literally is picking up the lightsaber and playing with your child, like that plastic one that you have in the toy bin, like in the playroom. Maybe it is about leaning into that. I'm going to act like a kid for 10 minutes with wild abandonment. Again, as long as I'm doing it out of love and nobody's getting hurt, like absolutely. This is about embracing your inner child. Some of you are going to adopt a pet, something that you see out in nature. Some of you are going to nurture an animal back to health or foster it, and it might be something actually kind of unusual. Some of you may rescue an animal, and I'm not just necessarily saying you're adopting a wild animal. Like for some of you, it's literally a fox. It's like there's a fox that's like limping, and maybe you like call for assistance or you kind of have to help encourage it to like a safer area. It's like rescuing a pet. This is deep, Pisces, and like I'm not totally going to read into it too much, but it's like symbolic of the time that you needed to be rescued in your youth and somebody turned their back on you and you had to figure it out for yourself, and it was probably a painful experience. There's a lot of pain and deep emotions attached to it, but it's like being in that role of nurturer without necessarily looking for it to be reciprocated back to you. I'm not sure why that's symbolic, but that's important. It's like it's rescuing an animal because for a lot of you, it's an animal. It's not a person, because they're helpless, because it's like no one else is going to, and it's like you see it as your mission, your purpose, your destiny in life to help those in need, to help those that are, I'm hearing the word meandering or lost or restless or people who've been rejected. That's such a Piscean like category too, like the, 12th house, like the people who we're not supposed to look at in society. It's like the, what is that word? There's like, an association with like those types of people. You're like, those are my people. I'm going to help them. I don't look down on them because I've been where they've been, like I've been in their shoes. Or even if I haven't, I'm empathetic enough to know that they're acting this way because of a place of shame or self-love. They're not trying to be an asshole. So it's like you're extending your hand out to offer, like you're offering a helping hand to someone who really needs it. And it's also to a person who has a person, a thing, a being, whatever, that hasn't been shown kindness. Wow. This is deep. All right. What is the outcome? Yeah. For some of you, you're going to have a child soon. You're going to start a family. It could be that you're just kind of getting out and dating and meeting someone, and the universe might be saying, hey, this could actually be like, this could be a big player in your life, like bigger than you know. So don't lose hope. Don't lose faith if that's what you're wanting to manifest. Let's see, what is the outcome? The curiosity of fire. So again, the Page of Fire, this same message is about moving forward with love, with light, with passion. Be silly. It's really important. Like laughter is the best medicine. That's such a great like fire sign energy. It truly is lightening the mood. Immersing yourselves in people and relationships that bring out the best in you. That's what this reading is about. And again, what about that lightsaber? Tell me in the comments below if Star Wars is of particular significance to you or your person or your child. There's something very specific, like a Star Wars themed birthday party or something like that. I don't know. A costume. I don't know. So let's see. This says, hold your vision, the fixed moon. I just heard pull the zodiac signs. All right. Have faith in your dreams, the waxing crescent moon. Yeah, that's whatever the surprise is, the curiosity of air. There could be a conversation coming into you that you don't see that's actually going to be very fun and illuminating and playful. And, Yeah, curiosity. I mean, curiosity is such an important word here. Be curious, you know? What is it that you're curious about and want to learn more about and discover? Go to that. You know, there could be some sort of new topic or theme entering your life about some sort of like embarking on some sort of like educational expedition, that like air to fire. And it doesn't have to be for a degree or for a certificate. It could just be for fun, but it's like the fun of learning, you know? Oracle of Mystical Moments. I was told to pull the zodiac signs, which I didn't do for most of the signs, but in yours I heard it. It's like pull the signs. All right, confirmations. Who wants to come through in this reading for Pisces? Who's coming through for this? I think it's because of the fixed moon. Scorpio, maybe? So Libra, Sagittarius, and Gemini. So we'll roll again. Double Sag energy. And some air energy. So this unexpected thing could be with a Gemini or a Libra. Oh, and there's your Scorpio. I was going to say, I swear I was feeling Scorpio, but it didn't come through, and there it is. Okay. Last but not least, Oracle of Mystical Moments. Sorry, this has been a long reading, but it was just so nice. Like, the energy is so lovely. I just kind of wanted to stay in it. For Pisces. One card, please, for Pisces. What would be helpful for them to hear to wrap up this reading? Liberty. Libra energy, maybe. Perhaps. These are short and sweet and to the point. Liberty, choices, confidence, letting go, and self-determination. This card shows a woman standing in profile. A birdcage hangs from her hair, and she is about to release her winged friend into the night. The stars and the moon are guiding the little bird's way. The woman has plucked a special star from the sky to help shepherd the bird's journey. This card stands for freedom, that you have to choose your own way of life. Don't let others decide for you. You have the power to liberate yourself from both external and internal cages. Many of the obstacles we face are ones we create ourselves. Once we realize that we have created them, we have the power to release them. Pisces, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you being here. Show me some love and hit that like button. If you want to leave a comment or subscribe to the channel, all of that is welcomed and encouraged. If you want more content from me, I am on Instagram and Facebook as The Intuitive Teacup. And do remember to hit that notification bell so that you'll be alerted when I post my readings. If you want to leave a tip or donation, smash that thanks button, which is the heart icon with the $ sign through it. I appreciate you being here today, Pisces, and I will see you soon for more tarot.